No matter what your circumstances are, there's no reason why you should give up on your manifestation. In this video, I'm going to tell you how to have the undefeated mindset, regardless of if your SP is married, if you are negative 5 million in your bank account and you're trying to manifest wealth, whatever it is, guys, it does not matter, because I'm going to let you in on a little secret. What matters is what you decide, because you got to remember the fundamentals that I've been preaching since the beginning. You aren't human. You are a God. You are an eternal being living in a human experience. Okay, so that means that you don't just run by logical faculties, by limited, weak faculties. You operate from sovereign power. Okay, now the only time that you operate from weakness, from limitations, is when you embody the state of the human, right? Just like we say that when you're always thinking negative all the time, that's all you're going to see, right? Your reticular eye activation system, or whatever the fuck it's called, is going to notice it through the lens that you are experiencing. If it's negative, if it's negativity, that's all you're going to see, right? If you keep telling yourself that you are limited and that you are not capable of greatness and that you are not a god, and that you have to accept what the 3D is showing you because that's the human way, because my mom said that if I don't get a doctor's degree, then I'm never going to be successful. This red pill content creator said that if you say I love you first, then you are a beta male bitch. Well, congratulations, guys. Whatever state you choose, that's what must be, because reality will only show you who you are, right? If you declare that you are the person who follows red pill rules, then guess what? The red pill will be true for you. While all the other fat guys who don't go to the gym are getting the 10 out of 10, who don't give a fuck about the red pill. Okay, it's not one size fits all. It's you're the only size. Okay, but I'm going to give you a couple of examples in this video to really help you understand how to be undefeated with the 3D. Okay, so we're going to use the classic example, SP. Okay, your SP. We're going to use a medium example, and then we're going to use an extreme example, okay? So the medium example. Your specific person ghosted you, right? Maybe you were not the traditional loser who, flat out just got a restraining order on them. That would be more in the extreme example, right? But maybe you're the guy or girl who had an audition, okay? You got the number. You got the Instagram. You guys were talking. Things were formal. You know, he or she was not necessarily getting turned off. But for whatever reason, the conversation ended. They may have even left you on scene or delivered, right? And immediately you go to the thoughts of this content creator, this person said, or I just know that them not responding means that I turn them off. And this now means that unless they don't respond, then I can never text them back, right? First of all, there's so many different reasons why all of that is bullshit, okay? But one, in this example, how would you have the undefeated mindset from the God state, from understanding what the law of assumption teaches? Guys, there are so many ways to do this. First of all, where are you seeing the reality of the fact that you were left undelivered? You are not seeing that in here. You're seeing that out here, okay? Right? What have we said before about the 3D? It is a reflection of past assumptions. Okay, so if you went into this relationship or went into this dynamic with this person you were pursuing as in the state of lack, then guess what? You will have to be shown lack. Whether that is your version of lack means getting ghosted, or your version of lack means that they give you one sentence while you send them paragraphs, right? But here's the kicker, right? You could say and deny what the 3D is showing you, right? Which is one way that you're supposed to do it, right? I like to tell my clients, you could just simply say that what you're seeing in the 3D is a separate universe. You allow it to exist. But just like shifting to the fucking universe of the Fantastic Four and separating yourself from the one of Captain America, no, I'm already in the universe where we've been married for years. Okay? So how do you go there? So you could say, deny completely what you're seeing, right? But one thing I've noticed is that a lot of times when I tell my clients that, they're just kind of like, yeah, okay, bro. Which, by the way, first of all, fuck you, okay? But I get it. I get it, okay? We live in a world where we want things to make sense. So that's why they invented Neo-Larthos, to help you, right? I have a lot of tools in the bag, okay? So I'll try you another one. If you don't like the whole denial of what you see, guess what? This is called the undefeated mindset. Whatever thing is thrown at you, you cannot knock me down, right? So how else can you do it? You accept what is right in front of you. You accept the fact that you're ghosted, and you just simply say, well, of course they're not responding because they're so damn intimidated by me. They're playing hard to get. Or, of course they're ghosting me because they are second guessing themselves. They don't know what to say. And this is what they've done their whole entire life. It has nothing to do with me being the issue. It's them. Guys, we have grown up watching movies where there's that idiot who is like, you know, broke, but yet he wears like the fucking jewelry and stuff. And everybody's trying to tell him, dude, get a job. Why are you eating potato chips and kicking up your feet on the kitchen table? And we look at him like he's such a loser. Yet he doesn't give a fuck. And you try to explain to him, why don't you just get a job? Well, all of us are working our asses off. And you, asshole, are just over here eating all the fucking chips and drinking all the beer. And he's just like, who cares? I deserve it. And you know what? Who the fuck are we to say that he's wrong? Well, who the fuck are we to say that you're wrong? If you were to say that, yeah, okay, well, okay, whatever. I'm being ghosted. Yeah. Because I'm so fucking amazing. Because every single time that they open my messages, they start thinking, fuck, I mean, should I do an emoji? Should I say this? Should I say that? You know what? I give up. I quit. I'm too afraid to text this person because they're so gosh dang sexy. Okay? Even if it's not true, it sounds more believable to your subconscious rather than having to deny it and say that it's a separate reality, which again, that to me is the ultimate undefeated mindset. But I know you, a lot of you guys are like, eh. So there's another way to do it. Marriage. Your SP is married, right? I have several clients, it's not funny, whose SPs are married or recently engaged. Holla fucking Lulia. Okay, let me tell you one thing, guys. I'm going to just jump right into this one, okay? First of all, yeah, I would just say, no. We've been married since the beginning. We are already fucking expecting our 10th grandchild. This is ridiculous. Our kids can't stop fucking. Okay? Our grown adult kids. That came out kind of wrong, right? Our grown adult kids can't stop fucking, right? Jeez, I mean, where did time go? I'm a fucking grandfather now, right? That's what I would do, right? The more I separate myself from what I'm seeing in the 3D, the better. However, you got to understand something about crazy situations like this. A lot of you guys want to give in to the to what everybody says about situations like this, and oh, it's impossible, and oh, it's you have to, you can't get a physical appearance change because you have to go to the gym. All this bullshit, right? But here's how you would turn it around. First of all, the divorce rate is 50%. Okay, that doesn't include the other 50% who is either just with each other for the money, or just with each other for the kids, or are lying to their spouse that they love them when in reality they're cheating on them, right? Okay, if marriage was so fucking binding, then why the hell do fucking spouses still have to check each other's phone? If it was so set in stone, you know, like all they would have to do is put a ring on the finger and say, oh my gosh, finally, they're trapped. They can no longer leave. They can no longer fuck anybody else. Nonsense, motherfucker. We've seen cheating all around. So let's stop acting like if it's not possible. But then there comes the person who's like, oh my gosh, well, I don't want to be a cheater. I don't want to be a home wrecker, right? But again, you have to have that undefeated mindset, okay? You could either A, say that, you know, actually cheating is not as bad as it sounds. And I'm the type of guy that whether it takes, you know, a couple weeks or several months, they will eventually fall in love with me and choose me over their spouse, right? Or even in situations like this where it seems so set in stone, you would say this is the way that it had to unfold, because they had to know first how shitty it was out there with everybody else, so that way they can know just how better I am than the rest of them. You see, that's an undefeated mindset, rather than, oh my gosh, they're married, it's over. You know, why you really say that is because you're impatient. That's why. That's why. Because you don't understand that everything is now. You don't understand that just because you don't feel their fucking body right now, like the way I'm feeling this fucking steering wheel, okay, that means until I fucking see it, I won't believe it. You're like fucking Thomas. Okay? Until I see the holes in your wrists, Jesus. Guys, stop being a little bitch. Okay? This is not how to attract your ex with looks maxing. This is not how to put the extra gel in your hair. None of that shit. Okay? This is how to shift a reality where what you're seeing in 3D doesn't exist anymore. Okay? So don't you think there's going to be some sort of fucking charge? Don't you think there's going to be some sort of cost? But the only cost is for you to deny everything that you see and to be brazenly impotent, to be stubborn. Of course, they are married because their fucking parents forced them to get into this marriage, but they actually had to get into that fucking marriage. But this is the only way that they will know that I'm better than all the competition. Okay? Everything works out in your favor, no matter what situation it is. Of course I'm fucking broke. Of course I lost all my money. Because how the fuck am I going to learn how to be a good businessman if I don't know how to work my ass off and earn it, rather than just getting spoon-fed all the time? Of course I went negative, because in order for me to avoid getting a negative balance in my business, I got to know first how it feels. Undefeated mindset. You ask Conor McGregor. You ask Cristiano Ronaldo. You ask Michael Jordan. They're all going to tell you they once failed. Michael Jordan got fucking kicked off the high school basketball team. And you think that fucking stopped him from being the GOAT? LeBron haters? LeBron lovers? Nonsense. Get the fuck out of here. Stop with the pussy shit. Let's grow some balls. Let's grow some pussy. And manifest, okay? Guys, if you want more in-depth help, I know I can find those blockages. I know I can help you with the triggers in the 3D. You're looking at the best manifestation coach in the motherfucking game. Book a call with me. The links are down below. And join the membership, okay? If you want to know what's so special about it, check the posts. I love you guys. Take care.